Hey everybody, it's Mark again. As you can see here upstairs, I have a lathe that has a sanding pad on the back, a disc sander. I have the chisels there. I bought this thing back in 2000. I've never used it. I've turned it on, but that was it. It doesn't have the proper chucks that I need. The tailstock doesn't have anything that I want to hold, and the headstock doesn't have what I want to hold. So stay tuned, and I'll show you what you can use. I also have this lathe only because it was an old lathe, and I was at an auction, and nobody was bidding on it. It's a wood lathe, and as you can see, it's got the same tailstock as mine. This one's got a headstock, like a drill press that you can clamp stuff into. I paid $7 for this, but I don't have it up and running. It's got a bad electrical cable on it. I don't even know whether or not the motor works or not. But again, stay tuned. Here, if you watched my channel before, you'll know what I'm using here. I've got two DeWalts set up. This DeWalt is pretty well stationary. This DeWalt slides back and forth. I got two dowels. I want to drill a hole in one of these dowels. That way I can put it on the 8-day Oompa clock to try to get the Oompa players to move more. I want to put it on this shaft right here, which is 4.3 meters in diameter. But if I were to put these wooden dowels on, they are 11.5 millimeters in diameter. So if you ever tried to drill a hole in a wooden dowel, it's kind of hard to do. So that is why I'm going to attempt to drill a hole into this wooden dowel. So I got this wooden dowel in just to kind of center it up. So now I've selected a drill bit for the task. The drill bit itself is 4.1 millimeters in diameter. So here goes nothing. If you ever tried to do this on your own, and if you are off a little bit, it'll go through the end of the wood. Here I wasn't quite centered. However, will it do the task at hand? Once I tap this on here, it will do the task at hand. You know, I tell people all the time, you don't have to have fancy tools. You just use the tool that God gave you, which is your brain. Here it's going on. I want it tight because I don't want it to fall off or to be spinning around, and mostly I don't want it to come off because the wheel on the 8-day Oompa player with a bell ringer that I've been working on, the wheel hits down here at this very end. So if this was to slide up, it would be hitting here again and probably get jammed. So I'll probably put some super glue on this once I have it on the shaft and I'm happy with it. But again, here's another wooden dowel that I need to cut a hole in. Helps if you go the right way, Mark. Back it up a little bit more. So that's not quite centered. This stationary drill, it moves some. I should have put more shims on it. As you can see, it's moving in the battery. So it shouldn't be moving in the battery, but it does. But I have a hole in a wooden dowel. So anyway, I hope y'all like this video. Please leave me some comments. And if you need to make holes, you might want to think about doing this. If you have a drill press, you can make a hole in a dowel, but the problem is getting this thing to stay centered on the drill press. Yeah, it's not quite centered here, but you know, if I was to hold this stationary drill, if the stupid thing wasn't moving in the battery, which it is, I wouldn't be having an issue. It's getting loose in the battery. I don't know why, but anyway, I hope y'all like this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and may God bless each and every one of you. Practice makes perfect. Here's one that looks almost dead center in the dowel. I forgot to mention the most important thing of them all. I was trying to figure out what could I use, so I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought this set, which is these sponges, paintbrush sponges. They have wooden dowels in them, so I unscrewed the sponge. Actually, I broke it off because it's plastic, and took my Dremel, which has a wood cutting blade on it, and cut it where I wanted it. And so let me see if I could do one more. This is a little bit longer. I'm just experimenting. Wasn't quite dead center. I might have drilled into my drill. Actually, I drilled into the plastic that they had to shove that brush down in there. But as you can see, I have a hole in a wooden dowel. And the more you play with it, you too can put a hole about dead center in a wooden dowel. Anyway, I hope y'all like this video. May God bless each and every one of you. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because it's free to do so. And my videos are very informational. Are they perfect? No. But the comments that I get, the people that message me, it helps them out. So hit that subscribe button, and God bless.